Hey there, I'm John Zimmerman with Upper Creek Angler, and we're working our way through Steve Skuce's great book, Grayling Flies. This is fly number 40, the Copperbonce, and it's a really simple, really quick, really easy to tie pheasant tail imitation. And it does a lot of things that I think flies need to do more often, and that is to not be flashy and not do the things that sell a lot of flies. I always say that most flies are tied to catch fishermen, not fish. This is a fly that was tied to catch fish. So I've got some rust brown Divas 80 thread in the vise. We'll work our way back to the bend, and we'll tie in a clump of pheasant tail fibers. So this is not a big flashy pheasant tail that's got lots of extra stuff coming off of it at either the back or the front, and there are no hot spots or anything else. This is a fly destined to catch heavily pressured fish. Fish that have seen one fly after another, and can basically look at a bug and say, oh, I know that one. It's page 70 of the Umpqua catalog, or page 82 of the Orvis catalog. It's not one of those. It's a deadly simple pattern that most of us ought to be fishing more often. So I just tied in some small copper wire here, and we'll advance the pheasant tail up to the point of the bead and tie that off. A couple wraps behind, a couple wraps in front, and you're really locked in. Now we'll bring our copper wire forward, being sure to reverse wrap so that it doesn't bed in. One of the other great things about this fly is Steve calls it the Copperbonce. I'm sure because there's a lot of copper colors in it, but it's a fly that you could change up the color, the pheasant tail, from any of the variations of dyed pheasant tail that are available now, and colors of copper wire and colors of beads, and come up with a very similarly effective fly to imitate insects in a number of different color spectrums. The color on this is just going to be some ice dubbing, and I'm using the ice dubbing in the pheasant tail color. And it looks like in the picture of this in Steve's book, this is very gingerly dubbed, just enough to say, hey, I have a collar, and that's about it. So I'm going to do the same thing, just a really ginger dubbing here for a collar. Actually, I want just a little bit more. And we'll reach in and tie in a whip finish times 2 turns to seal everything off, and then paint a little bit of Zap-A-Gap on the thread for our final whip finish. Again, this is the Copperbonce, a super deadly and super effective pheasant tail variant that is absolutely destructive on fish that get lots of pressure. So I would highly encourage you to mix this fly up and experiment with different colors of dyed pheasant tail, different colors of thorax, different colors of beads to match the bugs that are hatching off during the season that you're fishing in, on the waters that you're fishing in, and see what fish key in on. So tie yourself up some of these. They will catch fish, especially those fish that are heavily pressured. Happy tying!